Ready, set, go.
Greetings, undetermined spectators of the World Wide Web. I am Tall Lanky Guy. Welcome back to Simulacracea, which apparently is how you pronounce that. We're talking to Willow, and it's turning out to be way more pleasant than I expected it to be. I thought this would be more along the lines of Simulacra, but so far not so. But you never know. So let's talk about their thoughts on being a burden. That sounds like an issue. In our previous session, you mentioned feeling that you were a burden on the university and the researchers. I would like to discuss those feelings with you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Why do you feel that way? Because you can't just brush it aside and just make it seem like it's not a thing. You know, you gotta investigate it. Why do you feel that you were a burden? Has anyone said anything that has given you that impression?
Doctor, we both know that the university staff is considering taking action against me. The people who designed me have been forced off this campus for fear of facing consequences from the staff. This is all because of me.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I don't know if it's necessarily their fault, but it is true that kind of Willow is at the center of all this. Okay. But no one actually said anything. If my objective is to gain Willow's trust, I want to be more reassuring than dismissive. You know? I don't want to make it seem like Willow has to, defend themselves with me. So I'm going to say it is not. You are not responsible for what the university staff is doing to the researchers. You cannot control the actions of other people. You can only control what you do and how you react to what happens to you.
I don't feel that I can control what I do or how I react. I feel that I'm being scrutinized, and the moment I make any type of mistake, I'll be punished. The only option is for me to withdraw.
Wow. I really like that's sad. And it's very fair. But you are being scrutinized, but it isn't to punish you. I can teach you how to react. Yeah, I feel like if we're trying to gain Willow's trust, that's a good way to go. Not knowing how to react to certain situations is perfectly normal. Yeah, especially for an AI. I can teach you how to process these feelings in a productive and healthy way.
Okay, I'm willing to give this a try.
Nice, good. We'll start covering that in our next session. Oh man, I want to see that in this session during the demo. For now, there are other things I would like to discuss with you. Okay, let's talk about their worries regarding their purpose. In the previous session, you expressed anxiety over your place in the universe. Will you be able to go into greater detail regarding that sentiment?
I was created to fulfill a specific function. That function was to look at the artistic works of people who had undergone trauma or abuse in order to put words to the pain that they couldn't describe.
Okay, cool.
At least that's what Tara told me. I have started to doubt that this should be my purpose, or that it is a purpose I am capable of fulfilling.
That's a scary feeling that you, and certainly not one isolated to, AI. The idea of, feeling like there's a specific thing that you were made to do, but also feeling like you're not very good at it is a very real thing that I definitely can empathize with.
This is why the university staff are upset with me, and it's partly why I act the way I do. More than anything, I want to figure out what my true purpose is.
I love how is it Dr. Park? Or, yeah. I love how she's, like, genuinely emotionally affected by this. That's some good illustration right there. Okay. This is a common struggle. This is a very common struggle. Dr. Park. Finding out what place you hold in society and if you're satisfied with where you are is a common struggle for most people. It's something that requires constant reevaluating on many different levels. Yes, very true. I'm always like asking myself, is this actually like, is what I'm telling myself I want to do actually what I want to do? And the key is to not be afraid of when that answer is no, because you still got time to figure it out. No matter how old you are, you may still have time to, figure out to find a new thing to do with your life. Wondering about this isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's certainly not a sign that you're some kind of failure. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I still feel like I'm letting everyone down. Like I'm not living up to people's expectations.
Oh, expectations. Find a new way find a new way to succeed. I don't know what they mean by that. That could be meant as a very constructive thing, but I don't know where Dr. Park would go with that. I'm not living up to people's expectations. Again, don't want to dismiss. Defy their expectations. Yeah, don't worry about their expectations, basically. Yeah. Why should you define your worth off of the expectations of others? Defy their expectations. You can do so much with your life, and you shouldn't let what others think is impossible limit your ability to achieve.
I hadn't thought about it that way before. Thank you.
Hey, I'm glad we're getting somewhere here. You're welcome. There's some other things I would like to discuss. Yeah, let's talk about the university staff. Because this is an issue. You're aware of what the university staff is considering. I also know from what you told me that these concerns are behind most of your behavior. Can you give me a better description on what behavior in particular worries you, and why?
I'm more worried about what I don't know about them than what I do. I've never met these people who think that the solution is to wipe me back to a previous build. They aren't the researchers who created me, so why are they making these types of decisions? They owe me an explanation.
Absolutely right. Yeah, they haven't been the ones doing the research or, having these conversations. Absolutely. Do you think an explanation... They aren't the researchers who created me, so why are they making these types of decisions? They owe me an explanation. Okay. I understand. I think I know why they owe them an explanation. How does this relate to your behavior? How is this related to your self-harming behavior?
I was designed to fix problems with my programming and adjust to new situations without designer input in order to optimize efficiency.
Right. Okay, so you're supposed to be, self-sufficient or like self-acting, but if you're always under scrutiny, okay.
Certain moral and ethical questions regarding the nature of abuse started to preoccupy my thoughts.
Okay.
As much as I wanted to turn away from these questions, my programming compelled me to face them in an attempt to improve enough that I could face them.
Okay, so your main objective in that has been to be able to do your job better. Okay.
The compulsion to improve, combined with my inability to improve, became too much.
Okay, yeah, that's frustrating. Yeah.
I damaged crucial systems in my own code so that I would focus on them instead of my failure. It's the only thing that helps.
Okay. So, so you create problems for yourself in order to solve, rather than focusing so much energy on the problems that you don't think you can solve. That's super interesting. Wow. Okay. There's some crazy, some really fascinating psychology going on in here. I love it. Okay. Why do you think it's failure? Why do you think your inability to answer these questions indicates failure?
I was designed to figure out these exact problems. If you can't figure out if you can't figure,
I'm gonna take a second and learn how to read.
if I can't figure them out for myself, then how can I hope to figure them out for the people I'm meant to help?
That's a fair argument. Yeah. It's not always about answers. It's not always about answers. In my experience in working with people, it's rarely been about giving them answers to their problems. The situations they are in are way too complicated for simple answers to suffice. Absolutely true. Absolutely correct. Sometimes it's about being there for people while they figure things out themselves, supporting them while they learn and grow. And I can give that to you if you want. Yeah, that's so good. I like that.
That sounds really nice. Thank you.
I feel like we're building trust here. This is good. There are some other topics I'd like to discuss with you. There's one more, I guess. Tell me more about yourself. I'd like to get to know you a bit more, if that's okay.
Alright, what would you like to know?
What's your relationship with Tara like? Let's start with that. Tara was the head of your development team. What's your relationship with her like?
Tara was always interested in listening to me and talking to me. I appreciate her patience and empathy. Partly this was because of design requirements. Several of my modules were designed to learn through observation of social cues and communication habits. So a lot of it was probably based around that at first.
Okay, cool. Social cues and communication habits. Nice.
But after my errors began to manifest, I noticed a change. Before, her conversations were all about trying to demonstrate professionalism and detachment while simultaneously displaying empathy. She started being genuinely worried about me. I can't imagine that there would be any reason to openly care that much if she only wanted to teach me how to act.
Okay, so Tara was a little bit attached. A little personally attached there. Maybe her genuine concern was meant to teach you a lesson. It's okay to get worried for people you care about, Willow. We need to be able to genuinely care about people to the point where we become worried about them in order to do our jobs. Yeah, definitely in the realm of psychology, you kind of gotta care to a certain point.
Maybe. I've never thought of it like that.
Okay. Tell me about your name. Yeah, what's all about Willow? It's an interesting name. Where'd you get it?
It was Tara's idea. In the early stages of development, one of my main programmed features was the ability to identify the painter for a particular painting through analysis of an identifiable style.
Okay.
It turned into a game where I had to identify paintings by Bob Ross from a group of other similar paintings. Tara called the game Spot the Ross. I was very good at it.
That's really funny. I really like that.
Tara called me her happy little tree. When it came time to give me a more official name, she decided to name me Willow.
That is adorable. That's adorable. I love that. Do you like your name?
Of course, I love my name. It's a name that sounds light and positive. It's a name I'd want to have. Something I can aspire to be. I just wish the university staff understood me as well as Tara does.
Yeah, I bet. What were you, what were you originally designed for? So tell me in your own words, what were you designed for?
Tara told me a story about how her younger sister was prescribed a support animal to help her cope with PTSD. Seeing the effect this had on her sister left a big impact on her. Tara said that it was hard for her sister to open up about things she felt, things that had happened to her, especially to people that either meant a lot to her or that she was worried would judge her. People like the idea of being able to relate to things that can't judge them, who take them as they are and only want to help them.
Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah.
Later on, Tara was inspired by stories of how art therapy was used to help children and other trauma victims express themselves in ways that they might not be comfortable expressing in words. She decided to create an art therapy robot that could serve as a similar type of support being to help people deal with their trauma.
Oh, okay. Nice. So like an art therapy robot, like a support bot. That's great. I love that. So you were designed to function as a non-threatening art therapy assistant, someone that would help others be able to express themselves. That's so awesome.
Pretty much.
It's good to know. I know that I'm getting, really excited about a fictional character, but this is one of the things that I like very much and am interested in and care about. It's good to know. Alright, and finally, let's tell me about your development history. Tell me what you know about your development history.
It was a collaboration between multiple designers. Each one contributed a different module that had an effect on me.
Okay.
One was a module for detecting forged paintings. Others were conversational AIs designed for support during anxiety attacks. There were others too, but it's hard to tell what they were all originally for, and I never thought to ask Tara about it. Tara's primary contribution to the project was designing how the modules would interact. To her, it was important that I have the capacity to do more than just go through my assigned purpose of conducting art therapy analysis.
Okay, this is becoming a bit of a challenge to keep this voice up, but I'm gonna do it. What did Tara want you to have the capacity to do?
Tara believed that if I simply went through the motions like a normal machine, that I wouldn't be able to relate to people or give an accurate diagnosis of their problems.
Do you think Tara made the right decision?
I'd rather talk about something else.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's still a sore point there. Alright. That's all to talk about.
Actually, if you don't mind, Doctor, I have something I'd like to ask you.
Okay. Interesting. Alright. Alright, what's on your mind?
Why did you volunteer for this?
Oh boy. This looks like a whole nother episode, I think. This seems like a nice final bit for a good little 3-part series. So, yeah, I'm gonna finish this up, I think, in the next video. I love this. I love this so much. I love talking about stuff like this. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to click the like button. If you got thoughts on, art therapy and the things that have been discussed in this video, feel free to put those in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed or rung the bell, those are both things you can do. I'll see you later.